put up here, I want to communicate two things. The very first one is the Forza Motorsport franchise is born out of a love for cars. The studio, everyone there, from the engineers to the testers to the lead designers, think of one thing every morning when they come to work and one thing every night when they go home. And that's turn gamers into car lovers and car lovers into gamers. Because it really is about that love of cars and that emotional connection with cars. So I put this up here because I want you guys to know first and foremost, to set the stage, what the vision of the team is and what we think about all the time in Forza. And then the second thing I want you guys to know is every image I put up here is an in-game asset. So these aren't pictures or still images or something we've rezzed up. These are actual in-game assets. And so on that note, well, first I guess I want to say I'm very proud of it. I think the game looks fantastic. And so I'll probably say that more than once throughout the course of the day. The videos, the gameplay. So in today's presentation, I'm going to show you a video to highlight the game. The very video I show you, you're going to have a chance to do hands-on and play the game. So I encourage you to check it out. So as you go to the next slide, I want to take a look back. I'm certainly going to spend a lot of time today talking about where we're going, but I want to introduce those not familiar with the franchise and give you guys a little bit of history. As I mentioned, Forza Motorsport is all about love of cars. Well, we introduced the franchise in 2005 on Xbox version 1. It sold about 2 million units live to date. And I think the team, from the team's perspective, they just wanted to prove they could make a great sim game when they introduced it. And they did. It received an average review score from reviewers and critics of a 92. We were very proud of that. With Forza 2, it was the debut on the Xbox 360. It came out in 2007. It sold about 4 million units since it's been shipped. Things we're most proud about that, I mentioned with Forza 1, it was all about proving that we could be there with the sim, right? And be the showcase for Xbox with the racing game. Forza 2 is all about the community and developing the community tools. You'll hear me today talk a lot about Xbox Live. Xbox Live is a big differentiator for the Xbox 360 platform. And Forza, as an exclusive and a first-party game, needs to be a showcase for everything that Xbox Live offers. So we were committed to that with with Forza 2. We developed the community tools. We really put our effort points there. Again, highly rated game, average Metacritic review score of 92. Again, I mentioned 42 or on 4 million units sold. And to date, I can tell you that is the highest reviewed game on any console. So on the next gen consoles, we're the highest reviewed racing game. Very proud of that. So I think we have a long legacy. Forza does. Great sim, highly reviewed, and success. So that's a look back. As you look forward, I want to tell you what the team, I mentioned our vision, what we're looking forward to. And I think that first slide I put up there, or that first line on that slide that I put up there, we're set to be the definitive racing game. It's something that everybody at the studio thinks about daily. And I think there's 4 pillars that map to delivering upon that, that we need to nail to be that definitive racing game. So I want to take some time over the next maybe 10, 15 minutes and go in detail and give you guys some proof points of that. But it comes down to, in our mind, graphics and physics, epic scope and scale, thrilling and approachable gameplay, and finally, that creative online community I mentioned with Xbox Live. I think the sum of all those parts, we deliver things that other racing games cannot. So that said, bold statement, I know, let's jump in and show you guys some images here. So the first one I want to show you guys, beautiful graphics. Again, in-game assets. With with Forza 3, it's an all-new graphics engine. It's delivering at 60 frames per second, which Forza 2 was as well. But we're saying 4 times the texture resolution, 10 times more polygons per car. So what that means, it looks 10 times better. The attention to detail, what it affords the team the opportunity to do water technology, long distance images. You'll see the environments come to life in ways they haven't before with Forza 3. So beautiful graphics, that was number 1. Number 2, I want to give you guys a little background on what we're thinking about from a physics perspective. Advanced aerodynamics, I'll just list them out there. Advanced aerodynamics, 360 Hz physics engine, dynamic tire flex, performance damage, and rollover. So let me go into a little bit deeper. When you see things up to like 360 Hz physics engine, what does that mean, right? I can tell you that's higher and we're delivering what other games can. And so to put that in perspective, as far as 360 Hz, not only are we delivering at 60 frames per second, which makes the game look beautiful, but when it comes to gameplay and the actual engine, the way it's processing from a physics perspective, let me tell you a little bit the way it's explained to me from a design perspective. That 360 Hz At 200 miles an hour when you're driving down the track, what that means in the game, it's updating the engine and updating about every half foot. So to give you perspective of that, if we were at 60 hertz, which I think some of our competitors run at, that's about every 4.5.